and welcome to the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Business Luncheon and Expo. We are celebrating our 40th anniversary, and on behalf of our board and staff, we'd like to thank you for joining us. We give special thanks to our underwriters, Chevron, Nissan, Port of Houston, and HEB. Enjoy the show. So we said we had great news as we celebrated our 40th anniversary. We're here to officially proclaim the merger between the county and the city of Houston.
But I think our presence, our collective presence, illustrates just how important this chamber is to the greater Houston-Harris County area. That all of us, in fact, I don't think there's any city council member that's not present here today. All 17 of us are here to show our support for the Hispanic Chamber. And we could not be more honored, Judge, than to be with you and the county commissioners. So thank you so very much as well. Since 1977, the chamber has come a long, long, long way and has made our city better because of its growth, its enhancement for our area. Therefore, and I'm going to include not only myself, but all 16 members of the Houston City Council, proudly, along with the city comptroller, Chris Brown, along with the city comptroller, proudly proclaim this day, April 26th, as the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Day 40th anniversary in the city of Houston. Congratulations, Mr. Chairman. Thank you so very, very much. Congratulations, Dr. Murillo.
And the leadership that's been provided by the board of directors and certainly Dr. Murillo has begun to focus on generations to come. And I said this in the private reception earlier. That's what is so striking. This is not just an organization that says, what can we do to help ourselves? This is an organization that says, what can we do to help future generations? So that is why Harris County will stand beside this organization, help the chamber any way it can, because it is so important, not to us, not even to those of you in this room, but to those who are coming. And I've been at that Emerging Leaders Institute. It's a remarkable thing. And so I say thank you to the chamber, not only for what you've done for the past 40 years, but the foundation you've set for years to come. So with that in mind, Commissioner Mormon is dutifully holding this, and I will not go through all the whereases, but I'll go to the bottom line also. And I will say that I, Ed Emmett, County Judge of Harris County, on behalf of Harris County Commissioners Court, hereby proclaims April 26, 2017 as Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Day in Harris County, Texas, which is twice the size of the city of Houston.
Hi, I'm Dave Feldman. I'm the manager of supplier diversity and local content at Chevron. I'm a long-time Chevron employee, more than 30 years with the company, a native Houstonian, and a proud member of the Houston Hispanic Chamber Board of Directors. My job at Chevron is to ensure that our supply chain, just like our workforce, is reflective of the communities where we live and work. The Houston Hispanic Chamber is the region's leading advocate for the Hispanic business community. Helping small businesses grow is my passion, and no one shares that passion like the Chamber. I can tell you that I'm very proud of my personal involvement with the Chamber, and on behalf of Chevron, we are very proud to present this 40th annual luncheon and partner with an organization that shares our commitment to the economic vitality of Houston and the surrounding region. Thank you.
This is a story about doers, pipe and pulled pork. These are the Smalls. They started with a torch and a truck.
Pipe welding for the energy guys.
Now they design, make, and connect pipe for projects like this. They get a bunch of other doers doing, and doing makes doers hungry. Jeff fixes that.
Got 2 locations now.
And we keep welding.
Helping move fluids from A to B while being sensitive to C. And that's important when moving the energy that keeps America doing. And Chevron keeps small business doing by spending billions with them. Doers, doing the stuff doers do to keep us all doing what we do.
Whenever anybody asks me what I like best about Houston, I answer it with one word. It's our diversity. And that's what's so great about the Houston Hispanic Chamber, is that they help build a vital business community for really the largest segment of our overall population. You know, HEB has a rich heritage with the Hispanic community, dating all the way back to 1905. And that certainly plays out in Houston, where we have not only HEB, but Mi Tiendas also. So we're proud to support the Hispanic community, be a vital part of the Hispanic Chamber, and really look to tailor every one of our stores with assortment that matches the clientele that shops them. So we've certainly learned a lot, and we're excited about continuing to work with the Hispanic Chamber.
Conchitoros vineyards are like nowhere else in the world. They are protected by natural barriers, which create perfect wine growing conditions.
They've been making Chile's best wines for over 130 years. And for the last 25 years, we've been bringing their best wines back to Texas.
HEB loves discovering world-class wines at great prices.
That's why we're the #1 wine retailer in Texas.
Salud.
I'm David.
I'm Marcelo.
And this is the Chilean Vino department at HEB. No store does more than my HEB.
Take on the mainstream. Introducing Nissan's new Midnight Edition.
Good afternoon. I'm Janice Longoria, Chairman of the Port Commission for the Port of Houston Authority, the proud underwriter of this year's Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Annual Luncheon and Business Expo. I believe that through effective partnership, great things are accomplished, and the best example that comes to mind is the Houston Ship Channel, the premier economic engine for our region. As the local sponsor of the Houston Ship Channel, the Port Authority continues to partner with elected leadership, industry, and community stakeholders to assure that the benefits of this asset continue for generations to come. One of our very valuable partnerships is with the Hispanic Chamber. We have worked together on education, business, and international trade initiatives for over a decade, and we are proud of our mutual success. Congratulations to Dr. Murillo and the Board of Directors of the Hispanic Chamber for another sold-out event and for the growing influence of the Hispanic Chamber for our region.
There was a town that built a port. The port built a city, one of the most dynamic cities in the country. And now the Port of Houston Authority has become Port Houston. A new name, a bold look, and a vision for the future. Over the next 5 years, we'll be investing millions and preparing for a new era of success. Port Houston provides jobs for our communities, commitments to small businesses, and education opportunities to prepare a young workforce for careers in the maritime industry. We're Port Houston, the International Port of Texas.
The Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is the leading regional advocate for the economic, civic, and business interests of the Hispanic community. We are a convener of people, ideas, business opportunities, and so much more. We represent over 90,000 Hispanic-owned businesses in the region that generate billions of dollars annually. Through our yearly initiatives like our standard-setting Annual Luncheon, data-driven Hispanic Houston Impact Summit, and Trailblazing Women's Conference, we bring together diverse audience through a range of industry verticals. We are leaders in business via our programs and initiatives. We continue to invest in the future of Houston via our Emerging Leaders Institute, and most recently with our Business Institute for Entrepreneurs. We are advocates at the local, state, and national level regarding public policy, including tax reform, trade, energy, comprehensive immigration reform, healthcare, and business. This year, we led an extensive voting campaign via our media platforms and with our media partners. We continue to represent Houston on the international stage, including our participation in Mayor Sylvester Turner's recent trade delegation to Cuba. We also significantly increased our media outreach efforts, published several op-ed pieces, and participated in numerous press conferences. The Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce was also recognized as the Marketer of the Year in the Economic Development category by the American Marketing Association for our rebranding and marketing efforts in 2016. Our visual identity is our commitment to the future of your chamber and Hispanic Houston as we enter a new phase of growth and impact. As the leader of Houston's new majority, the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is a forward-looking champion for both the city of Houston and the Hispanic community. Those visionary people, such as George Hernandez, Judge Manuel Leal, Lolita Guerrero, so many of our chairman emeritus who are still today with us, by our side, picking up the phone, opening those doors. It's about the people of this Chamber of Commerce that we are able to be the voice, not only for the business community, but for Hispanics. And to our Chamber Emeritus, I'd like to ask you please to stand so we can thank you for being visionaries as well. All former chairmen, please stand. I'd like to say, all right, that was Champ, I know it. He's got an entourage over there. I'd like to say that I believe that in life, it's people, it's passion, but for all of these individuals, it has been persistence. Nothing was given to this chamber. It was one door closing and 5 opening. The people you've seen today, the people you are seated with, encourage you to be great leaders, not tomorrow, today. And that you need good people, great people, stellar people around you. It requires passion, and it requires great, great, great persistence. And so on behalf of our board of directors, our staff, we thank you for making the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce what it is today. Thank you.
It's Tillman Fertitta. He is the CEO of Landry's.
Landry's, the largest privately held restaurant company in the country.
Landry's has been on a buying binge over the past few months, scooping up 72 claim jumpers.
He just bought Modern Steakhouse, he got Bubba Gump. They seem to suggest that you've done this almost Texas-style, guns a-blazing.
Tillman Fertitta?
Tillman Fertitta.
Tillman Fertitta.
Meet Tillman Fertitta, the restaurant mogul from Texas whose empire consists of over 500 restaurants, 6 casinos, 12 hotels, 4 aquariums, and 2 amusement parks. With a net worth of $2.9 billion, Tillman has been identified as the richest restaurateur in the world by Forbes magazine.
Tillman, to say that you are a businessman is an understatement. You're a guy with 60,000 employees.
It's fun to be king, you know, I try to be king every day. I said the king's in the building. Tell me how you feeling.
Now, he's starring in the hit CNBC show $1 Billion Buyer.
If this doesn't get better real quick, we have a serious issue.
I said the king's in the building.
You want me to spend $1.2 million with you?
Yes.
I need some moonshine.
The king's in the building.
But with all these accolades,
It's time to scale it up or give it up.
how does Tillman describe himself?
A mother.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get it.
I'd take the pride in walking in and going toe-to-toe with anybody. Somebody ever gotten up and said, I'd like to buy your product, but I'm tired of listening to you? I'm no different today than I was 25 years ago. Just because I live in a big house and I'm this or I'm that, I'm still the same guy. 3 blackberries in 1 week I've gone through. I ought to do a commercial for them. Even when I was a little bitty kid, I would always carry my briefcase with me. I never read the cartoons. I always was just business. I'm not gonna let you fail. I'm gonna set you up for success. It is about small business trying to become big business. Nothing happens just automatically. You have to make it happen.
Put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
So Tillman, I didn't know if that King's in the Building was for me or you.
You.
All right.
It was the Queen. But that's a sizzle video that they use when you're out promoting the show. And I said, let's use it today. We have a little fun. We're in Houston, so we can do it. But gosh, what a great organization. What great leadership from Dr. Murillo. And gosh, a U of H, bachelor's, master's, doctorate. She's just everything. I mean, what she has done with this organization is just unbelievable. You always want to go where the future is, and this is where the future is. And when you look at this people, the quality of the production, everything about this organization and the leadership, this is what you want to be a part of. And you need to tell your friends out there you want to be a part of this, because you want to look back and say, I've been a member of that for 10 years and 20 years. So just congratulations. Just what a great, great organization. Every day is an opportunity to learn. And just like today, you know, and over the past couple of months, learning what a great organization this is, and then being an opportunist, and I knew I better join after seeing this today. So that's being an opportunist. But when I got out of school in 1981, it's kind of funny. Do y'all remember Shackley vitamins? Anybody in here? When I was 21 years old, I won my first Cadillac selling Shackley vitamins. So, and went on world trips and everything. And that's how it all started for me in the early 80s. And then if you remember Asteroids and Pac-Man, that was my next venture. And I had, back when Sears was somebody, I had the game rooms and all the Sears stores and the malls or whatever. And I would have them big old bags of quarters, and boy, it was a lot of fun. And I remember when the IRS audited me, and they audited me for 3 years, and they came back and said, we won, but you owe us a penny. So I really won, believe me. No. 17 different banks. And like I said, the people that are my age or every single bank, as you look at it today, is a roll-up from a Texas bank. Nations Bank, Texas Commerce, they're all part of another big bank today. And that is the God's honest truth. It was so bad. So you couldn't develop anything for 10 years in Texas because every building was just stopped right in the middle. I bought a restaurant called Willie G's and one Landry's out on Katy Freeway from my partners. And so I started building restaurants. My first one failed in 1987, and then over the next few years, I built them in Galveston, Austin, Dallas, Corpus Christi, San Antonio. I remember finishing San Antonio using credit cards, okay? It's all about credit, and I had so many credit cards because I always paid all my bills. But that's when also chain restaurants became a big deal. In 1990, my Landry's was doing $20 million in revenue, making $1.5 million, in 91, 25, 2.1, 92, 33 million, and making $5 million a year. And that's when chain restaurants really got big. Outback went public, Lone Star, Cheesecake. We all kind of did it together. And in 1993, I took my company public, owning 100% of it. So all of a sudden, you wake up in August of 1993, and you had 12, 13 good restaurants, making a few million a year, lived well, and all of a sudden you're worth $100 million because of the public stock market, okay? But if it sounds easy, it's not. In 2004, when the gaming industry got so hot, I started thinking, gosh, I'm opening all these restaurants, and I averaged $5 million a unit with each one making $1 million. And I said, gosh, wouldn't it be easier to do a casino that's doing $250 million that's making $50 million? And so I found the opportunity to pick up the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas, spent hundreds of $millions redoing it. It's just a great property today. And it's much easier having one person making, a property that's making $50 million than having to go open another 50 restaurants each. So that's kind of how I built the company and got in the gaming business. Built the great pool, added the new tower, and then just continued to look for opportunities. Combined companies of Fertitta Entertainment and all its subsidiaries will do $3.5 billion this year, EBIT of $600 million and 60,000 employees and associates, which makes me happier than anything else because I have changed a lot of people's lives. There's no excuse to deal with the wrong people today. They have this thing called Google, okay? And if you can't find something on somebody, you shouldn't be doing business with them. And it's just the way it is. But do business with successful people. Always use common sense. I love being chairman of the board of the University of Houston. I love being chairman of the board of the Houston Police Foundation. I love being chairman of the board of Houston Children's Charity. These are things that I feel like you've been very successful. You give back to the community. And of course, being on the executive committee of the rodeo for so many years. Landry's is a generational company. It will never sell. Okay, you might see parts of it sell. But I'm raising my 4 kids whose all hobby is this business, that Landry's and the Fertittas are going to be around a long, long time. You're not going to see the next generation go underground. We're going to continue to give back to our city. And we're going to be proud members of the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. So thank y'all very much for having me. It was great. Thank you.
The Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is the leading regional advocate for the economic, civic, and business interests of the Hispanic community. We are a convener of people, ideas, business opportunities, and so much more. We represent over 90,000 Hispanic-owned businesses in the region that generate billions of dollars annually. Through our yearly initiatives like our standard-setting Annual Luncheon, data-driven Hispanic Houston Impact Summit, and Trailblazing Women's Conference, we bring together diverse audience through a range of industry verticals. We are leaders in business via our programs and initiatives. We continue to invest in the future of Houston via our Emerging Leaders Institute and most recently with our Business Institute for Entrepreneurs. We are advocates at the local, state, and national level regarding public policy, including tax reform, trade, energy, comprehensive immigration reform, healthcare, and business. This year, we led an extensive voting campaign via our media platforms and with our media partners. We continue to represent Houston on the international stage, including our participation in Mayor Sylvester Turner's recent trade delegation to Cuba. We also significantly increased our media outreach efforts, published several op-ed pieces, and participated in numerous press conferences. The Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce was also recognized as the Marketer of the Year in the Economic Development category by the American Marketing Association for our rebranding and marketing efforts in 2016. Our visual identity is our commitment to the future of your chamber and Hispanic Houston as we enter a new phase of growth and impact. As the leader of Houston's new majority, the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is a forward-looking champion for both the city of Houston and the Hispanic community. So if everyone has their champagne. So to the next 40 years, we say, cheers! We hope you enjoyed today's Luncheon and Business Expo as we celebrated our 40th anniversary. Our thanks to all of the former board of directors, volunteers, chairman emeritus, and the current board. We wish you a great day, and we look forward to seeing you at the next Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce event. The Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce is the leading regional advocate for the economic and civic interests of the Hispanic business community. We seek to empower our members through a diverse range of programs and initiatives. The Chamber provides the business community with resources needed to build economic success. For more information, please visit our website at www.houstonhispanicchamber.com.